Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Today I'm creating for you a video inspired by Aquarius season, which we're presently in at the time that I'm recording this. So happy birthday, Aquarian folks. I want to create a gentle session for you, which does have a theme, and I am going to be talking through it a bit, but I want to leave some space for just like the experience, for quiet, for your own mind to just, have a little bit of nothingness, right? Just the experience, or have your own thoughts that you want to think. Maybe say some of your own affirmations, or think of the plans, think of the changes, think of the things that are going on in your life. But of course, I do want to share with you a little bit just so you can, I want to create a boundary, a container for us to have this session in. So if we've never met before, hello, thank you so much for being here. And if you're returning, thank you so much. My name is Jillian. I go by Lune INNATE. I'm a Reiki master teacher, but I really enjoy making these remote by proxy sessions in an ASMR style for you to use however you like, for ideally just some time for yourself, whatever that might mean for you. A bath, journaling, dream work, or something to use for falling into slumber or relaxing, something to, again, just carve a little time out of your day to focus on yourself. And I know I really enjoy like guided meditations and things like that. And while this isn't exactly a meditation, I think it'd be very useful during or as a prelude to meditation or something similar, ritual, whatever that might be. So our theme for this session, as I said, it's inspired by Aquarius season, specifically inspired by a tarot reading that I did on Patreon this season, where the main themes that were coming up was change. Some perhaps of us might be moving away from a group, whether that is a friend group or something similar, coworkers, group, project, or just relying on others to create things for us, and kind of setting out on creating our own groups or new social circles, new communities, or other communities to invest in, or other projects that you want to work on. The other theme too was very similar, the other reading, about really carving out your own, let's say, archetypes, and shifting and witnessing the healing that you've done through your life evolution, as perhaps you've seen, for example, a parent act or behave or create the household in a certain way, the dynamic of the household, something that influenced us along our journey, but then we realized that there were elements of it that perhaps were unhealthy or that we did not want to continue, so we've made these changes. We've kind of been the turning point, and for some of us that can make us like the black sheep of the family. Go figure. It's a little twist there, right? So the theme here is about change, is about courage, is about truth and authenticity, of doing what's right for you, not people pleasing, not falling in line. And I don't mean, that we're out here making trouble, so to speak, but not falling in line or not continuing with something that doesn't serve you. I guess that's the common theme here. The axis point that we've twisted on, or we're turning into or away from, that is of our choice, and we're choosing not to continue something or to make it our own or to develop upon it in our own way, and really being true to us. So I hope that you enjoy, and we're going to get into the session. I want to start with a little like cleansing water. This is a tobacco cleansing water, and I really like the sounds of these bottles. So I'm going to just go around you. I want to say as well, it's not just for cleansing. This is about energizing. So little cleansing effect due to the water and the application, but it's more so just that. It's also an infusion, an empowerment to your energy field. So you can set an intention to empower your own energy. We can command your aura to take on an empowerment. And I'm going to take some of this water in my hand. Some drops. And just press it into you. Press and press and press and press. It has a very nice smell. Kind of like a soapy smell. We're channeling through and calling our subtle body, our aura as well, our entire energy field to receive, to pull from the atmosphere, to pull from the energy fields all around you. This abundant, limitless field of chi, of prana, of electromagnetism. And receive, empower, collect, restore, revitalize. And really give yourself that energy. So we're going to work through the face first, the side. Focusing on the right hemisphere of your mind as well. And the left side of the left hemisphere of the mind and the face, the eyes, the jaw, the ears, down the throat, through the sternum, and into the upper abdominal area, the pit of the stomach. We want to feel this almost like a fire inside, our own furnace, our own source of energy that is receiving from the universe, that is projecting out into the universe, this point of your ego. And we want to set intentions to align the personality with the higher ego. So we have these two egos, right? You have you, your identity, your personality, who you are in this lifetime, your interests, your passions. And then you have your higher ego, we could say, your higher self. And this is the part of you that exists in, let's say, all lifetimes, if you're open to that. The soul that evolves again and again and again and again and again through all your lives. And we're working with this to empower yourself and really connect with that wholeness, but also as a guiding force, a supportive force on your journey, on your path, for these new projects, for what you're creating, for the evolution of the personality and the choice you make and who you are and how you show up and what you do and what you create and the home you build. Right? I'm going to use a little bit of sound here really quick as well. This is a koshi bell in the air. So I'm going to use this over your head like this. You can just close your eyes if you like and just kind of feel that sense of self, your personality, and your higher soul as one. Go around you. plexus area. Incense here. The Pacific Mystic incense. It looks like this. It smells really good. We're gonna light a candle on behalf of your journey, on behalf of your fortitude, on behalf of your perseverance, in your sense of self, in your truth to yourself, in your authenticity. I want to call in an unapologetic intention into our intention on behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort, perfect alignment. And our intention, with this session or with this time for ourselves, is to, first of all, let's just honor, our uniqueness, our journey, our ability to change, from what we come from what our environment was growing up, for example, from groups, from influence, from environmental influences that we have been impacted by. Not that they're all bad, I don't mean that, but to still, through all this that has pushed and pulled and shaped and moved us, to still have a thread, a line, a channel, a spine, a backbone of self, of your original ideas, not the ideas exclusively based on your environment. I don't think I'm using my words the best there, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Your freedom of thought, your freedom of action, and how you have allowed that freedom, or have continued to allow that freedom, to develop, to unfold, to, I don't want to say dominate, because I don't mean that in a negative way, but in a benevolent sense, like dominate. Your authenticity dominates who you are, right? You're not easily swayed. You're calling in your free will here, right? To set out on your own, to create your own, to stay true to your morals, what you believe is right, what you witness is right from wrong, or right for you. And I know this is kind of vague and also perhaps not defined, but I'm going for that because I really want to give you the freedom to use this session and craft your intention as you see fit. Alright, so I'd love for you to just have a look at this light and just declare your intention. Speak your will in your heart. What are you creating? What are you claiming? Who are you? What character traits do you claim? What character traits perhaps would you like to release? Fear and lack can be pushed upon us through our upbringing, through the environment. These are just examples. If you'd like to reject fear and lack, let's time to rid that from you here. If you want to call in a confidence and an, again, unapologetic perspective, call that in too. Just set your intention. Okay. We're going to take some of that Pacific Mystic. And just enhance the intention here. One more time. I'm going to use a little of this Douglas fir hydrosol spray around you 4 times to the directions. We're going to create a force field healer, you know, like it's a very safe space. It's already safe, but we really want to specifically call in a protected space for you to have this session in, because it's very heavy work, as light as this might seem. So, to the north behind you, to the south in front of you, to the east and the west. I'm just going to spray my palm. Tap my finger. And this hydrosol, and I'm just going to tap your head. And the top of your head. Just gently tapping. Because we want to fortify the mind as well, so that your will can really unfold. You can really connect with your will, combined with your personality, your earth-based ego, your who you are in this body, your identity here, and your beyond identity, your higher soul, your higher self. I got a comment sometimes where people don't like that sound and say that I need a hand lotion, but honestly, I really don't. I take pretty good hydration care. I just have what's known as paper hands. So they have almost like a paper sound. Another spray, we're going to be using this Dreamy calling the field around you to support you into getting into that theta brainwave, lucid yet like in between worlds state of consciousness, where we can do a lot of work and have it be highly effective. Okay. Channeling through. I'm seeing like the ripples of sand on the bottom of the ocean, that pattern. I'm going to use a little blue light first to set an intention to call to the surface anything you're seeking to release. I used the examples before of fears or maybe a state of stress, like constant stress, or again a connection with lack in some capacity that you wish to release. Anything at all, though, please focus on your own intention here. Anything you'd like to release. And we're going to call in to the surface. So call it out. Pulling out and out. And if this is too bright for you, you can close your eyes. But we're calling it to the surface. The surface here. To the front of the consciousness. We release you, or we're about to release you. But first, let's see how this has served you, because there's always a silver lining. There's always a way that, this can be tricky to say and tricky to think about, depending on what we're, how much struggle we have been through. But I'd really like to. I'd like to think, I think it's helpful for me at least to think that even the toughest challenges that we face give us something, we get something out of it, even if it's just knowing what we don't want. So let's call it out into the be placing this in the chair beneath you. Okay, so you get the idea. You can envision this pyramid channeling through this earth energy, calling up this earth energy to fill you, to create a field around you, and to channel through like gold or copper or silver or other precious metals. An energy of resources, of money, of love, of vitality, of health, of, again, fortifying, supporting, energizing, and giving your body, your physical, emotional, mental fields not only the space to have this experience, like supporting that, but calling that up from the earth to receive. So I'm just going to place this beneath you with the edges of the tetrahedron aligned to north and south and east and west. We're going to be using the Uranus tuning fork here just to, as we stand or sit or lay in this pyramid shape, as we are receiving like this flow coming up through the body, through the meridians, the channels of the body, filling you up so much. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel filled and fueled by the earth energy, and also hold it for a while, like feel it, and then see yourself sending it somewhere, sending it to you in the future, sending it to you in the past, sending it to a project that you're working on, sending it to other people that share this earth experience with you, like prayers, you could say, right? So you can direct this to people as well. It's not an encroaching thing to just direct like positivity to people, like a general positivity, we could say. So as we're in this space as well, we're going to be using this tuning fork to call on the influence of Uranus to support the change that we've made, or we are making, or we continue to make on our path, on our journey, through our character, through our actions, through our words, through our perspectives, sharing our authenticity, and having courage to truly be ourselves. We're going to move up through till we're over the head. Focusing on the left side, focusing on receiving. Then on the dominant side, focusing on expressing or of sending or of exuding. Again, through the base of the body, channeling up through and over the head. through your torso into the earth. Okay, we're going to stay in this field, this nexus point between heaven and earth, you could say. And I'm just going to use this black stork feather, which is supported for transformation. And we're just going to fan through. I'm going to be a little bit rough, but I hope that's okay. It is just a feather, but I want to work in the hemispheres of the mind. Bring flow here as these two forces are moving through you. I mean, as they always are, but I'm just going to sweep around. Casting off what is no longer useful, what you have released, just clearing the remaining fragments from your aura. I want to thank you so